Hello, welcome to Gossip Class. So, this past Saturday, March 23rd, 2024, I had the privilege of interviewing Joe Exotic via phone call. So, when the interview starts, you're going to hear him speaking, but I wanted to give a little bit of background before I played it. So, had already been talking for a couple of minutes before I started recording. I wanted to make sure it was okay with him. He agreed, and so when the interview starts, what we're talking about is I had reached out to whoever runs his Instagram account about a month ago, and they told me how I could get in touch with him via sending him a letter to the prison he resides in Oklahoma. And the day that letter was actually supposed to get delivered, he ended up getting transferred out of the prison into Grady County Jail in Oklahoma. He has a civil case going on April 23rd, I believe it is. And so he's currently, I believe he made it to Florida either yesterday or this morning on the 27th of March. So I just want to give a little background before the interview starts. I'm very thankful that Joe wanted to reach out to me and give me this interview. And enjoy. Wow. Yeah, I was like, that's just my luck. The day it was supposed to be delivered, I had reached out to whoever runs your Instagram account about a month ago. And then as soon as I sent the letter, you get transferred.
Yeah. Yeah, they try and keep up with the social media, but it's a job.
Yeah, so I'm recording now. So anything you want to say to your followers or fans?
I'll go with the flow. What questions? Yeah.
Let's see. Let me get my.
The new website that I have, joeexoticofficial.com, and the evidence link, and share that evidence link everywhere to everybody. I gotta get the Department of Justice to fucking wake up.
Yeah, I had seen something the other day. I didn't watch it all. It was, I don't know when it was, but you had marks on you, like on your wrist where they had chained
Yeah,
you.
they tied me in a chair and put me in, and tied me in a chair naked and put me in a dark shower for so long that the skin came off my arms.
And what was their reason for that?
Just that's how you are treated in prison. The radio did a big story about a month ago on federal prison, and over half of the deaths in federal prison are from suicide from being put in solitary confinement.
And is there a petition that people can sign to help get you out?
There is a petition out there, but I don't think anybody's ever going to look at that petition. I think during the election time, the best thing to do, if anybody wants to help, is every time you see a post that Biden or Trump puts on the internet, on social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, is just put free Joe Exotic. And they just got to know that they got to know how big the crowd is, because politicians they're scared of numbers.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've run across Rita. She's a big supporter of mine, an advocate of Solitaire Watch, and she's scheduling a rally, an actual protest in July in front of the White House.
And what's the date on that? In July?
We don't know the exact date yet because she has to get permits
Okay.
for it. But I'll be putting it all over my social media as soon as we get a date.
And her name was Rita?
Rita.
Okay. What did you think when Carol Baskin said that? Well, they came out with that letter that said Don Lewis was still alive.
Okay, well, you you got to consider that the woman's batshit crazy. Okay, she first of all, I was so scary and dangerous that she had to put me in prison. Okay, then when the fame wore off of that, then she came out as bisexual. Okay, and she's never had sex with another woman. She just had a female roommate, and that made her bisexual. And then, when that wore off of TMZ, then she got on the news and said that she would help talk to Trump to get me a pardon if I turned in all of my friends. Okay, so Joe wasn't scary anymore as long as he was a rat. Okay, well, that wore off. And then she came out with Don Lewis is still alive in Costa Rica, right? And she didn't think that through very far because she's the one who filed or who made his power of attorney that gave her everything. She's the one that filed it. She's the one that went to court and declared him dead. She's the one that got the insurance money and all of his assets of over $6 million. So if he's alive, she's got to return that or it's going to be insurance fraud. So now he's not alive again.
Yeah.
She's a mess.
Let's see. How is your health now?
Well, I made it through prostate cancer. It's in remission, and I still get blood every month. I will do that for the rest of my life. But they've decided that I have cancer in my left lung now. So I signed all the papers to refuse treatment and the DNR and all of that. So I'm done. I'm done in prison. If I make it out of here on this appeal, I will get treatment in the world. But I've watched them kill too many people in prison with chemo and radiation and the way that they do things in here, and I'm not going to do it another year. So if God wants to kill me with lung cancer, I'm going to go see Travis.
Wow. So when is your appeal?
Well, I'm on the appeal right now, and my briefs were supposed to be filed Friday, and then the government has 40 days to answer. Then we go in front of 3 judges in Denver, and we already beat the judge in Oklahoma and Denver once on my sentencing. So let's hope that these new lawyers that I have are bright enough to take all this new evidence in front of these 3 judges and give me a new trial. But I don't think the government will ever try me again because Jeff and James and Lauren and Alan have already admitted to perjury and ruined their case. So I'm hoping that they just come to me and say, hey, what if we just do time served and let you go home? I would be fine with that. I don't care about guilty or innocent anymore. I just want to go home.
Has Jeff received any kind of time or anything?
Has what?
Has Jeff received any kind of time or anything?
Has Jeff what?
Received time.
No, he's still fucking hiding out in Mexico or Florida.
What?
None of them have gotten in trouble, and my lawyers put the U.S. Attorney and Merrick Garland, the Department of Justice, the General Attorney General, on notice with all the evidence that they were sex trafficking and identity theft and bank fraud. We have all the IDs and all the receipts and everything, and nothing has been filed.
What will be the first thing you do if you do get out?
Go to 7-Eleven and get a pack of Marlboro Lights.
I heard that.
And then I'm going to go to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and see Seth. And then I have been offered a world tour to do a concert, so that's my plan.
Wow. Who's Seth?
Seth is my ex, that's my boyfriend again, I guess you could say, whatever. He's been here on and off the whole time that I've been fighting cancer and everything, and we're trying to work things out again. So hopefully we can, and that's where I can call home, is Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Yeah, I used to live in Arkansas as well.
It's got some pretty land.
They do. It's I like how natural it is there. It's like
Yeah.
wooded. And my grandpa still lives there.
Yeah.
We went last year.
So that's my plan, because right now I'm homeless. I don't have an address even.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that about that other guy. That was terrible what he did to you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you, there's so many scammers out there. Hey, everybody, I've just got to learn to not be so giving.
Yeah.
But I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to trust people, and it's hard not to.
Yeah, the older you get, the more you realize you can't trust everybody.
Yeah, especially in today's world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten crazy.
Yeah. But that's the plan. Let's hope it materializes. I just want to walk out of here. That's all I want. I can survive doing whatever. If I have to wash dishes at a restaurant, I don't give a shit. I just want to go home.
Yeah. Do you do any kind of work in prison?
There is, but I refuse to do it because they pay you $5.25 a month to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I'm not going to be a slave to the United States government because I'm already a political prisoner.
That's crazy that they can pay you less than minimum wage.
Okay, that's not an hour. That's a month.
Yeah.
$5.25 a month.
That's crazy.
It's slavery is what that is.
Yeah.
That's why these prisons are so full.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is all robbing from the taxpayers.
Yeah. Have you reached out to Savannah Chrisley?
I have. I've communicated with her a couple times. She's barking up a dead tree if she thinks that, she's upset because her mom and her dad haven't communicated. Well, it's against policies, Bureau of Prison policies, to communicate with another prisoner from another prison. So she just will give up that fight. And then I guess Todd did an interview with Chris Como about the conditions in the prison, and they punished him. Welcome to my world. And so at least there's somebody else, that's the celebrity out there, that can back up my story about the mold and
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
About the mold and expired food and shit that we're forced to eat. But they shut him up too. They took his phone and visit privileges away from him for speaking up.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So she's got to get a little more aggressive if she thinks she's gonna change anything.
Yeah, definitely. Well,